So Paul, I'm a huge slicer of the ball. How's the core going to help me?
I thought you hit the ball pretty straight, but yes, I know you have a huge slice. So many people, they do slice the ball, they add loft, try and sort of scoop the ball up in the air, the face aims to the right, they probably swing to the left and start the ball left and knock it to the right. And, I think a lot of times they're not really aware that the face is making the golf ball do what it does. They're working on, people work on all sorts of things like sort of dropping the club on the inside and keeping their elbow close to the body, or not swinging over the top. And there's all sorts of tips and remedies. Probably the best piece of advice that I can give is that if you bought the core really does start to allow you, if you put the club on the floor, to see if that face is square when you swing it past and down that club on the floor. And if you were doing it right-handed to start off with, what you might find is that you can do that pretty easily. It's not really much of a problem. You've got a nice grip on it, you just sort of feel as if you're swinging the club down there. If you did that to a golf ball, the face is square, the path swinging down the line, the ball would go straight. If you did that with an angle, the ball would go straight up in the air. Most people come in and the face is open, especially with a golf club. So, how's this training aid going to help you? Well, I think the first thing, critical thing that you'd have to look at is that more than likely the majority of slicers that I see, they definitely have a grip where perhaps they've got the hands very sort of thumbs right down the grip, rather than certainly that left hand more around and on top. That's definitely going to help them square the face up. They've got this right hand that's sort of in a nice position anyway. Swing down here, what they might find is that they've got to make a swing where they really swing it back and through and don't have a turning open of this face. So many golfers, they turn the face open on the backswing, and what has to happen is they have to turn that face back to square to hit the ball, and most people haven't got either the time or the practice, or maybe even the hand-eye coordination to time that up. So what happens is the face is open, it comes in, and it's still open by the time they hit the ball. That's it. And then generally, in an effort to square the face up, I find a lot of people, they start throwing the body at it to try and get the face square. So sometimes what happens is they do square the face up, but then the path is swinging left, so they hit it a fantastic struck shot straight left into all the rubbish. So to me, what they have to do is get a sense of this face remaining, what I would say, in a very square position. You can see that that face is swinging back, and it's just going to come back, and I'm not really turning my hand overly anyway, it's just swinging back. Now, can I do that left-handed? Yes, I can, but only when I get in this sort of strong left-hand grip position. So I can do the same left-handed, and then I can do maybe two hands split up a little bit. I can do the same two-handed, and the club just swings back and it can swing through. By the time it gets back to the ball, it's square. I don't have to do anything with my hands to square the face. So it makes it very simple. It's almost like if you were being asked to hit somebody's palm with your own palm, you'd swing that palm back and hit the palm in front of you. That's what you do, you just swing your palm back and hit that. Now, most people play golf and if they were going to do this job, they'd swing the palm back like this. So if they brought that palm and didn't do anything with the palm, what's going to happen is the palm would meet like this, which is, in golfing terms, the face wide open, and it's just going to knock the ball to the right. So most people swing a golf club very inappropriately, nothing like they would naturally swing their arm back. But one of the best things about the core is that if you were swinging it in the air, it almost goes back like the palm of your hand, just like the palm of your hand. And then if you lowered the target down, so the target came down here, you're still swinging it back, just like it's the palm of your hand. Can you do that two-handed? You can, with a bit of practice. And by the time it gets back to the ball, it's very square. Now that, to me, is the simplest way to swing a golf club. Most people don't do that, and most people are trying to remedy something in the backswing by getting the hands turning over and releasing through impact, thinking that that's going to be something that'll create a nice little draw. Most of the time it just means another ball starting out to the right. So how do you cure your slice? What you do is you just run through that little series of things that I've mentioned. Get a better left hand grip, get a really appropriate right hand grip, get a sense of that face going back almost as though it's the palm of your right hand. By the time it gets back to the ball, it'll be square and you won't have to swing over the top to try and square that face up. Do something like this. That's another 2 straight ones.